Hello everyone, this is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is August the 19th. I'm way ahead of myself here. August the 19th. 2018. Strong hand, long-term thinking, unconfiscatable. 2020 halving. And for all you fiat freaks, Hoffman line strong. Okay, I am in Philadelphia right now. I'm getting ready to go to Spokane, Washington. So I want to thank everyone who put on the great Crypto CoinCon event here in Philadelphia yesterday. Jason was the guy in charge. Jason gave me this shirt. Thank you, Jason, for the event. Thanks to everyone who attended. It was great to meet so many people here in Philadelphia yesterday. I really enjoyed myself. Again, Jason's into Bitcoin. I love this new shirt. I'll be wearing it a lot. Shout outs to them. And Philadelphia area, you guys are into crypto. It was a good time, and Ken Bozak was in town, so it was good to see him. Remember, check out the links below to see yesterday's video. This Week in Bitcoin was great. Also, linked to below is a video of me speaking here at the conference. So pound that like button, everyone, if you like this video and are excited about Bitcoin like I am. And here is a tweet. And again, disruptmeister.com, all my old videos. Get a Trezor and t-shirts linked to below. So, what's this? Bitstein has to say this. Bitcoin is not trying to gain legitimacy on Wall Street. Wall Street is trying to gain legitimacy in Bitcoin. That sums it up nice. Pierre Rochard says, if the market was really efficient and everyone was perfectly rational with perfect information, we would see Bitcoin immediately replace fiat and gold as humanity's money. But we have inefficient markets and bounded rationality, so this is going to take us a while to figure out. Well, I got to add on to that bounded rationality. We have a lot of irrationality. 80%ers dominate the market, okay? Dominate lots of markets. And you're right. It would immediately replace fiat. It's not going to replace fiat. I don't think it'll really, not for a long time. I'm not banking on it, okay? Will it be better than gold? Yes. When will it replace gold? I don't know. I'm bringing up this tweet just to remind us that the markets are not rational at all. We're going to see all sorts of weird valuations, all sorts of altcoin pumps. So, yeah, Bitcoin is better than gold. Bitcoin is better than fiat, but that doesn't mean people are smart enough to realize that stuff. Rational enough, whatever you want to say. I think a lot of it has to do with intelligence. And and impulsivity and being used to a way of life, not wanting to change. We need new generations that have yet to be born. They're going to be born into this new way of life for us to get closer to Bitcoin replacing fiat. And again, this is something that doesn't even really concern me much, but because people do ask me, when will it replace? Because there are people that think we're going to have hyper Bitcoinization. My buddy in LA, Anders, thinks that, and I'm in no rush to it. I'm not worried about it. What I'm interested in is just how silly these market players can be. There's so many players in the market, irrational players who pump up Ripple. Oh man. Okay. So here is a tweet about Ethereum. Now I want to just preface this by saying I don't think Ethereum should try to be a store of value, nor does it really try to be a store of value. It is something different than Bitcoin. You build you build complex cryptocurrency-based projects on top of it. Supercomputer of the world, whatever they want to say it is. It's not trying to be Bitcoin, but there's so many people out there that try to compare it to Bitcoin. And it's not a store of value because it's centralized. And here's a quote. This is precisely why Ethereum is doomed for failure. No rational individual will ever store their wealth in a coin led by an inflationist. No free market will converge on a monetary standard whose leaders espouse redistribution of wealth. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. But again, it's, Vitalik, his monetary policy is, it does not appear to be deflationary, to say the least. And because it's centralized, and he has a large say over the direction it goes in, it's going to be inflationary, perhaps. And you don't want to that's not a store of value right there, okay? When you've got a guy who can just change his mind all of a sudden. So, again, it's not trying to be that anyway. I'm just pointing this out and sharing this tweet from Murad. He's been on my show before. He's a smart guy. All right. And, they're using words like, redistribution of wealth, that Vitalik believes in that. Okay, I mean, it's a strong phrase right there. I just know that Bitcoin and Ethereum are totally different. They're not competing in that store of value thing. Yet some people out there still think Ethereum's going to be a better store of value than Bitcoin. That doesn't make sense. All right, so I got an email from Washman.com. They're an agency. They're like a marketing agency, PR agency, damage control agency. And they're asking me to interview high-level people at Bitfinex. Like, this is a Bitfinex damage control email. If you are interested in speaking with Bitfinex, I would be more than happy to arrange an introductory call or interview for your show with a senior member of the team. So, from the whatchamacallit, the Bitfinex controversy with what is that store of value coin? I can't even think of it now. Tether. With the whole Tether, Bitfinex was highly involved in that. It seems like they're trying to now reach out to content creators like me and get on my show. Now, I'm not accepting this deal. This is obviously, I don't put people on for PR reasons. I'm glad it's interesting that they're reaching out, but I'm not the public relations manager of Bitfinex here. I mean, I'm telling you the news. I think the whole Tether thing was insane, overblown, but it's interesting that they're going out of their way, to try to spread good news, I guess, about Bitfinex. So very interesting thing here. You're not going to hear this kind of stuff anywhere else but here. I mean, does anyone else talk about the emails they get from some agency representing Bitfinex? It's an interesting look into the behind-the-scenes stuff. Pound that freaking like button, people. All right. Mining continues to get more decentralized. BTC.com and ample hash rate percentages continue to drop as new independent miners enter the market. This is from Armin van Bitcoin. It's to all you FUDsters that like to say Bitcoin mining is too centralized. Remember, I'm going to be in Spokane starting later today until the 6th of September, and then I return to Baltimore for the third time this year for this time for the Jewish high holidays. And then on September the 19th, I'll leave for Santiago, Chile, if all goes well. So remember at the end of this video to click on the squares that appear at the on the end, so you can check out some older videos of mine. On Friday, Coinbase sent out a reminder email that they now have Ethereum Classic. I think some of you might actually if you haven't checked your Coinbase for a while, you might have some Ethereum Classic sitting there. If you if you had Ethereum a long time ago when it split. Was that even possible? I don't even. Whatever. I think now it's all confused. I never had Ethereum at Coinbase. I never bought it there. I never. But I think there was a time. Yeah, there was when it split to Ethereum Classic, you could have had it there. So okay. Anyway, they sent out that darn email. That's the point. MGTOW Money, a YouTube dude that I watch his videos. I linked to his video below. What's it say? Revealed how to gamble on cryptos in your IRA. And so he made this whole video, and I found it very interesting because he's a conservative type of investor. He talks about how you can buy Bitcoin through your IRA with GBTC. He mentions that and some other methods. GBTC has a 2% annual fee, which I did not know. Ventured MGTOW actually commented on the video, which was great. I commented on the video too. I mean, this video is for the gold and holders type. The people who have been in gold, who are used to holding their gold, I guess, are letting other institutions hold their gold for them. And now they want to transition really slowly into Bitcoin, and they're not going to control their private key. He does mention that Bitcoin is an uncorrelated asset, which was nice, and how eventually, more 35 people over 35 are going to get into it. And I say, unfortunately, this is the way they're going to get into it, through not controlling their own private key. He doesn't mention the simple way of buying Bitcoin, just going to Coinbase and then moving it to your Trezor. But I get this guy is in the conventional, traditional ways of finance and just going about things in that conventional, traditional way, which is, with Bitcoin, is not controlling your private key, which is unfortunate. But I bring this up because it just shows you what a lot of the older crowd is going. That it'll happen eventually, that they're going to pile in the Bitcoin when they're more traditional, comfortable ways of them doing it through their IRA. And he does mention Bitcoin ETF that he wants that to happen. I mean, this is their way. It shows you how early on we are, but it shows you that if you can just handle Coinbase and then handle sending a Bitcoin to a Trezor, you're way ahead of the game, ahead of these people who are slowly getting into it in a way that I would not advise getting into it, letting other people control your private key. It's just, there's better ways. That Bitcoin is not about that. It's taking personal responsibility and getting out of these traditional financial paradigms. But he's bringing it up in his video. I linked to it below. You can decide for yourself. Watch it. Here's another tweet. This is from Fartface2000. If there were only 21 million shares of Microsoft, a share of Microsoft would cost $39,283. And, further putting into perspective there, yeah, is in the end of the day, don't you think Bitcoin's market cap is going to be a lot more than a single company, be it a tremendous company? Put it in perspective, people. Okay, here's a tweet from Matt Odell. I love this. Constant expected supply shocks by design. And he's talking about the halvings. Constant expected supply shocks by design. Now people replied to that, and then he had another tweet, which I also linked to. Matt, it can't be a supply shock if it is expected. They may be expected, but they definitely aren't priced in. The block reward halves every 210,000 blocks. The next halving will most likely occur in May 2020. I agreed with him. It is not priced in. And I don't know. The supply shock is expected. The halving is expected for those in the know. So many people get into this, they have no idea that there is going to be a supply shock, that the new supply is going to get cut in half in 2020. They don't know what Bitcoin halvings are at all. Who knows why they got into Bitcoin? That it's a deflationary currency. So many people, we know this, that fiat is inflationary. But many people get into cryptocurrency. They don't care. They don't care if they get into an inflationary cryptocurrency or not. They're not looking for that in cryptocurrency. So if they happen to stumble into Bitcoin, and they don't know about the supply shock, they don't know about the halving, check out those links. It's not. I'm glad Matt is putting it out. But there's some people who are so into Bitcoin. They're like, oh no, the halvings are already priced in. Dudes, did you live through the 2016 halvings? Clearly, it was a shock to people. People started talking about it only a few months before the halving. The price, it was not priced in. The halving was not priced in. It's not priced in now. Hey, fake Satoshi, Craig Coin is coming soon. You can even go to the Bitcoin store of value node. They want to call it Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin SV node is their Twitter handle. This potential fork of Bcash. I linked to his tweet up that's introducing everyone to Bitcoin store of value. He calls it. What are we going to call it? Bcash SV. I mean, who knows if this is if everything's going to go down with this. If you're interested in this, I have the two tweets, or the Twitter feed and his Twitter, fake Satoshi's Twitter post about this, tweet about this. The madness of Bcash. What's next? But hey, if it really does fork, I encourage them. If they can't get along, fork. Create your SV crypto dividend. Not store value. It's Satoshi. You know what? I'm talking about store value so much beforehand. No, it's Satoshi's vision. Satoshi's vision. I correct myself. Satoshi's vision. I'm sorry for all you SV fans out there. I confused store value with Satoshi's vision. I care about store value. Okay, that's why I care about Bitcoin. I don't care about your Bcash forks. But anyway, the Bcash fork, it'll probably pump up the price of Bcash if it actually happens. Good luck. So I got another Litecoin Summit email, and they are proud to announce the platinum sponsors are Gemini. They are pumping this out over email. Gemini is a platinum sponsor of the Litecoin Summit in San Francisco. That's very interesting. Can you even buy Litecoin on Gemini? I don't even know. I have a story. When I was getting frisked in Los Angeles by the TSA guy, he was not happy to frisk me because I don't go through the naked body scanner. And he was like not happy at first. He even like mumbled something. I don't want to be doing this. They usually don't get that odd. And he sees my shirt, which had a Bitcoin strong hand on it. And he just randomly says to me, he says, "Are you a trader? Do you trade?" I said, "No, I hold." And I was so happy to hear the guy working for the frickin' and he was a young guy. He was young. I mean, he might have only been 22 years old or something. He looked like he was, he's a Hispanic guy. I mean, I give him credit. He's trying to have a job. I wouldn't want to work for TSA. I mean, but so that was bullish. But I mean, he's just trying to make fiat. He's trying to make more fiat, he told me. Most people, I guess some younger guys just know it for trading purposes, and gurus who chart. He mentioned some guru, like some trading philosophy that he had watched, and I told him some better people to watch, and he quickly wrote some stuff down, which was good. But it's sad that, well, I mean, it's bad for these guys that are. I mean, he just thought of Bitcoin as a way to make fiat. And it's unfortunate that some young guys are going to get it because they're going to get wrecked. They don't know Andreas Antonopoulos. They know these fly-by-night trading teaching gurus. Now again, there's some guys that know a lot about trading. I mean, Tone Vays obviously does, even though he doesn't trade. I'm talking about these scammers out. You know, there's so many sketchy dudes out there. They're like, buy my course, and this guy, you know, had found out about Bitcoin that way. But still, when a TSA guy brings up Bitcoin to you and they're not trying to arrest you, that they like Bitcoin, this is good. This is a good sign, and I hope the advice that I gave him leads him on a better Bitcoin path. Speaking of Andreas, he has a new video out there. I linked to it below. Bitcoin Q&A. Are we the early adopters? And starting about 3 minutes and then about at 5:30 mark, it really gets into this point of his that we are the lunatic fringe, the pre-early adopters. And I think that's a good reminder. The people who are into this now, if you own Bitcoin, you're the lunatic fringe. You're the pre-early adopt. I mean, we are. Well, you know, we're getting there. The TSA, if the young guy at TSA knows about it and is a trader. I mean, again, he probably doesn't actually have Bitcoin. He probably just keeps it at a trading account. I didn't get into it that much with the dude. Again, you know, the amount of people who actually control their own private key. Yeah, we're the lunatic fringe right here. A guy on Steemit, cryptomillionaireapp.com. I linked to him below. He's in motion on Steemit. He wanted me to mention his site, so I did. And it's going to be linked to below. We talk about Litecoin kind of being top tier because it has its own big events. Well, Bcash is coming out with another one of their events in London. I got a message about that somehow. November 28th to 30th. It's Coin Geek Week again. They had this before. Again, this might pump them up. Who knows? Stefan Molyneux has reminded us that he almost got kicked off of YouTube. He had 2 strikes against him suddenly. He needs to prepare. Now, he's way ahead of the game in terms of these. He's always accepted Bitcoin donations. But, I mean, he's got to look into this DLive thing. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. This video actually, again, I think is going to appear on my DLive account before YouTube. And again, the reason I'm talking about DLive, it's related to Steemit. You earn Steem, you turn it into Bitcoin. You turn it into, instead of, doing this YouTube thing where you get paid in dollars eventually, DLive, if this thing really works out, I know one day there is going to be some cryptocurrency based, whether it be decentralized, centralized video platform. And content creators involved in video really need to transition into the cryptocurrency world. Molyneux has done that on one level. I linked to his video below where he talks about how he almost got kicked off of YouTube, if you want to check that out. All right, everybody. Again, click on the little squares. They're going to appear there on the screen if you're watching this on YouTube. Pound that like button. DisruptMeister.com. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. I will see you later.